Hi, everybody. Matt here from Matt Likes Comics, and I've brought a friend along. Hi, Stephen. How are you?
Hello. I am very well, Matt. How are you?
Well, I can't say I'm going to be complaining today because one, no one would listen, and two, it'd be wrong anyway. Um, we're coming on briefly today, and this won't be a long one because I am going to be on again at 7 o'clock tonight with my wonderful guest, Lady Fantastic. But I have two announcements I want to make today. Announcement number one: when I hit 800 subs, we'll have a giveaway. Okay, well, I haven't done that in a while now. It was 600. Now we'll go 8. I'm at 678 as of just before going in here, and I'm going to do that. I've actually got a lot of stuff to give away, so there will be more details in a video when I get that together. But
Yeah.
I do know that I have let me quickly grab it. I'm going to be giving this away. This is a copy of Superman Chronicles number 9, and inside is that Superman 17 you showed last night, a reprint of.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
This reprints Action 48 to 52, Superman 16, 17, and World's Finest 6. The
Wow.
stories of Superman stories.
That's all great material.
Yeah. And I'd like to give it away. Before I get into the main part, though, let's say hello to all those who showed up so far. Hi, Kay Munin.
Hi, Andreas.
Hi, Robbie.
What a wonderful statement. A wonderful statement.
Hi, Carrie.
Carrie.
And let's see, we have Collecto 6.
Woof.
And that's Kay Munin says he has to head out for a short minute. Don't show anything big while I'm out, please.
I don't know how we can do that.
I don't know how long it's going to that's going to be. So I just
Well,
wanted
in honor of today, in honor of the of what's going on, why I have displayed those things which ought to be displayed.
yes, and I could see them in the back, and they're wonderful books. I'm going to make you big briefly so that people can see everything.
It's a it's we have a certain theme that keeps a recurring theme that continues to happen, and it rhymes with the Legion of Superheroes and Supergirl. I don't know exactly what it is, but boy, we got it. We're loaded with it.
Well, let's get back to it. We won't have any
Oh, wait a
clues.
minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. I got to do that. You're right. You're right. You're
You
right.
know, this is very we've got this. First of all, thank you very much, Robbie, for this one last week. This
Amazing.
was a nice one. After all is said and done, I think it's closer to 3 than 2.5. The
I
interior is
agree.
very nice. There is small staining here, and I don't know how much that would take from it, but you can't really see it, and it like on the cover it blends in. You only see it when you're like this close, like I do. So it looks wonderful.
It's a great book.
Yeah, but as I don't want to say we're hitting time. I don't know how else to entertain everybody right now. Let's juggle. What do we got?
Can you juggle? I can.
I can't. I tried many times. I tried to teach myself with donut holes, and it didn't work. Just because that way, like partly
That's the
because
hard way. Tennis. The best way is tennis balls. That's the
tennis
easiest
balls.
way. Yeah, tennis balls are the easiest because they're bigger. And if you miss, why they bounce, and you can just pick it back up and go like that. I can do 3. I can't do 4. I've tried to do 4. I can't do 4, but 3 I can do. I learned that in college because one of the few things I learned in college.
And yet, I'll bet you juggling is what got you the girl.
Oh, absolutely. Chicks dig
Yeah.
the juggling. Like not at
Well,
all.
what I have to show today comes from the personal collection of one Robbie Josephs. Robbie decided that buying me the book wasn't enough. He needed to know that I had a book from his personal collection. So he sat there and he said to me the other day, I've got a book that I know you'll like. And he asked me for my address and sent it off to me. And it arrived today. Are there any guesses before I show it?
Nix.
No.
Oh my God.
Adventure. I'm going to take it out of this thing because I did put it in a oh my God, nice
Mylar.
Mylar. Thank you. Gee, oh my God, what is up today? This is Adventure Comics 247, the first appearance of the Legion of Superheroes.
My
And this
goodness.
is directly from the personal collection of Mr. Robbie Josephs.
That is
And
so amazing.
it's just absolutely stunning. I just can't get over. I feel a connection with Robbie. I've spoken with him many times. We both have the same love for a lot of things, both comic wise and outside of comics. And he's just a genuinely nice man.
I would say that that is a very true statement.
And my life is richer for knowing him without the books. Just having him to talk to in my life has been absolutely awesome. And I feel like he was just sent to be an inspiration.
Well, that is one absolutely beautiful book, Robbie. You're a prince among men. And you couldn't give it to a nicer guy, a truer believer than Mr. Matt. Absolutely.
Other than a little rip here in the and the rip goes down so it's still attached to the cover. Other than a rip here, this cover is absolutely gorgeous. The back cover is missing a small spot on one of the edges, and other than that, this book, I looked in the interior. The staples are connected well. This is probably a 3 to 3.5 easily.
Well, it presents very, very nicely. It's nothing to impinge upon the image of the cover at all. It's a beautiful book.
Oh, I am so blown away. In the span of a week and a half, I literally got my number 1 and number 2 wants.
To get a super grail, and that is a super grail, to get
Yeah.
a super grail, the super grail of the Legion of Superheroes, and one of the biggest books of the Silver Age of comics, which at one time was worth more than Action Comics #1. I'm
Yep.
not kidding you.
Oh, I
That
remember. My friends and I were big Legion fans, and we're like, "How we're gonna get Action 1 before we can get this?" Like, we were big. We were following the Overstreets and everything. It was like, oh,
you know, the thing about it is that in the day, no one had a copy of Adventure 247. My entire neighborhood was dedicated to collecting Adventure in the Legion, and no one had it. No one had a 300. We just had, because we had no access to any of that stuff. And then as the years went by, but it has always been really hard to get an Adventure 247, truly hard. 300 is tough, but Adventure 247 is impossible. And finding one that is in nice shape like that one, I saw a lot of books that were in not nearly that condition, that the asking price was just very, very high, because they never come up.
I know, I know. I have 2 copies of 300, and neither of them are in better shape than this. This is in better shape than both of them. You're right about the 300 being hard to get, and the copy I have all the pages, I have all the staples, but half the wraps are off the staples, so they're all there, but they're not connected, and I have to wonder if putting them back on the staples, for example, is considered to be restoration. And
The thing about these books is that if you have it, you don't give it up. And the
yeah,
other thing about it is that the condition you find them in indicates how popular the books were, and they were read and read and read and shared and read and read. And it was, and it was from a time when the DC Comics was by far numero uno in the comic market at this point. Absolutely. Marvel
mhm,
was nowhere in 58. 58, they were just not anywhere. and they were basically swirling the drain until 1961 when the FF came out, FF number one. And so for that period of time, and even into 62, 63, as Marvel started to ramp up, DC still ruled the roost, always, actually, since Showcase 4. But the Legion of Superheroes surprised even DC Comics. And they used that popularity, they were smart. They realized the popularity, so then they went to different titles, Superboy and
Yeah.
Action and what have you, and they would bring in another Legionnaire and bring in another Legionnaire and
Yeah.
Superboy and all this stuff and Mon-El. I mean, I have some of them up right here behind me. Is that they would bring them in, and so then in order for you to collect all of the
Mhm.
Legion, you had to go all around to get all
I
the
know.
first, in Action to get a lot of the first appearances, and
Superman
then
too. You had to do Superman, Action, Adventure, um, World's Finest.
Superboy,
Jimmy Olsen. Jimmy Olsen had
Jimmy
some.
Olsen too. So
Yeah.
they were smart
Boy.
because they, as a backup feature, rather than Congarilla or Roy Raymond TV Detective and some of these other less, what are they doing? And then they put in the Legionnaires, and it resonated, and it was, and actually, when you think about it, it's this. With Hawkman, it took took like
Mhm.
5 different test shots to get him
Yeah.
Hawkman 1. And the Justice League, not as many, because they had their tryout with Showcase and Brave and Bold. But with the Legion, not only did they try it out with Adventure 247, but they tried out the Legion idea throughout almost all of
Yeah.
their titles, and then they brought it together. They increased the frequency, and then to 300, and then they were off to the races.
Hi, Adam. Hi, Callie. Hi, JF.
Yeah, they need to step up their game.
Yeah. Well, Callie, you're actually a big. You know that you're a big part of this. If Stephen hadn't told me about your Supergirl in the first place, this wouldn't have happened that way. Because it would have been this one we had to locate a copy of, right? So, but it has been it has been a very high week for me.
I don't know how you're going to top this one, Matt. What
These,
now?
these are the best these are the best presents I've had since my daughter. Okay, bluntly. And,
I have to ask you now. Have you given any thought to what you would sort of like to have next?
not not much further than Action Comics 276, first Brainiac 5, first Duo
Yeah, the
Damsel.
telephone pole cover.
Yeah, because one, that's part of the action run that I'm trying to finish, and two, it's the first appearance of a lot of Legionnaires. I have Superboy 98 currently in my cart at my comic shop. So the next time I finish it, hopefully it'll still be there. That's the first Ultra Boy, so I'm hoping to get that very soon. That's a number if I get that Ultra Boy, that would be 6 of the 10 that I decided I wanted this year that I've managed to pull off.
Well, I would say that the pressure and the heat is completely off, and you can relax and fill in the minor keys because they're minor keys compared to these. I'm here to tell you. Hi, Rad.
Mhm. Well, I'm not going to stay on much longer. I've got to cook the supper and all that other stuff. My kids are just gotten home from school, so I got to make sure they're doing their homework. But I couldn't wait till my show tonight to show this off because I literally have been dancing my feet off for a day and a half. And okay,
What a wonderful feeling. What a wonderful feeling. Congratulations,
you
Matt.
know,
Honestly, sincerely, I couldn't be happier for you. I thought that the first Supergirl was enough, the my cup runneth over, and then Robbie pulls this. I mean, it's almost, I mean, my goodness.
it just blows me away, Robbie.
Congratulations.
This water is for you, Robbie. I'll pretend it's vodka. So we'll see everybody in a few hours. And as I said, at 800 subs, I'm going to do another giveaway. I'll figure out how I'm going to do it and put a video up shortly about how to do that. Okay. Thanks, everybody. My
Thank
name's
you.
Matt. I like comics and I love the Legion. And right now, I really like Robbie Josephs. Thank you, everybody. And I
Take
hope
care.
you do too. Take care.